Just before I call the honourable member, I wish to advise members that it's a split call, and for the speakers, they'll get a bell with 1 minute to go. I call the honourable David Cunliffe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The test of a good budget is not only what's in it, but what's not in it. So here we are in urgency. We are debating. We have deferred the main budget debate. We are taking away the select committee process, and this bill is retrospective. What could be so important that we're doing all those things? I know. We are picking the pockets of paper boys. Picking the pockets of paper boys, and that's the best this dreary government can come up with. You know, it would be laughable if it wasn't so sad. Is this the secret base broadening measure that Bill English and John Key were talking about? The measure that would bring fairness to the tax system, the measure that got the journos thinking they were going to do a capital gains tax after all? No, nobody guessed. Penny pinching pickpocket of paper boys. That was the big, deep, dark budget secret. Were they going to do something brave like, I don't know, reinstate capital gains tax or R&D tax credits that would turn our companies into engines of innovation? Were they going to do that? No. They're going to pick the pockets of paper boys. You know, it's laughable. It's laughable because it can only be a joke that the government's top priority was retrospectively pinching pocket money from our children. 68,000 children lose their pocket money because this is the government's top priority on budget night. They suspended the budget debate so we can pickpocket our kids. Mr. Speaker, but I think it's actually quite sad. Sad because it's a lost opportunity. Sad because of all the New Zealand families that are working hard, playing by the rules and trying to get ahead, and this government is absent without leave. Absent on the job. They ought to be lifting the standard of living for New Zealanders instead of picking the pockets of paper boys. But are they doing it? No. Where is the vision in this budget? There isn't one. It's a zero budget by their own admission. Zero vision, zero hope, zero plan, zero new exports, zero new jobs, zero future. And that is why 50,000 New Zealanders a year, 1,000 a week, are heading for the airport departure lounge because they've given up on John Key's national government and sadly given up on their homeland. And how many grandparents do we know around the country who are worried that their grandchildren are going to be brought up in a country not their own? Because these clowns think the top priority is taking pocket money off paper boys. It's just so ludicrous, isn't it? We suspended the budget debate to take pocket money off children. That is going to turn the boat around, and they're squirming. They're squirming in their seats. Mr. Bennett, with his 3 dairy farms sitting pretty, he knows that this isn't going to turn the boat around. He knows, the member for Vodafone, Mr. Loruinga, he knows it's not going to turn the boat around. Mr. Ryle sitting there knows he hasn't given the health system enough to keep going. He knows people are going to get sick and die because of this budget, and yet the best they can do on budget night is pinching the penny pocket money off paper boys. Pinching the pocket money off paper boys. Mr. Speaker, John Key continues to overpromise and underdeliver. Every year growth is just around the corner. 1 minute. Every year there's going to be 70,000 new jobs, except not this year. Not this year. This year they finally admitted the truth. There aren't going to be that many jobs. This year, yet again, they've had to push back the growth because it's not happening. It's not happening because Christchurch is too slow. It's not happening because there's no growth plan. It's not happening. They trumpet science and innovation in this budget. Megan Woods knows this was the big new spend. You know what? They took away 3 times more out of economic development than they put into science. Took away 120 million out of economic development, put 40 million a year into science, and that's supposed to be vision. Here is a so-called pro-growth government that's killing off the Ministry of Economic Development, building a new Titanic for Stephen Joyce and pinching the pocket money off paper boys as their top priority.
I call the honourable member Jan Logie.